put the camera on this. While I went clips and served right here. See, this is my check. Understand, I'm legit. I'm too legit to quit. What?
Let me hold something.
Ain't about $100.
So we can split it?
I got a 2001 Sequoia, which means that it drank gas. Like, here's the gas.
All right.
I mean, she's well tuned and everything, but that sister drank up some gas. You hear me? Yeah. But anyway, so I want to submit my certificate of jury service to the FM Digital Live powers that be to show for the last 4 days. And I know it was my civic duty. And by the way, Jack Daniels, relationship expert, is here with us. But Jack heard, I know it was my civic duty to serve, but they can keep that.
Can you talk about the case?
Hey, now, that's the point. I never got picked for a case. Wow. I was there from Monday through Thursday. Wow. I got there. We had to report at 8:30. They kept us in this little room from 8:30 until about 11. Then at 11, they told us to go get some lunch, be back at 1. Mm-hmm. Then from 1 until 3, we went back in this room. From Monday through Thursday. Well, and everything at the Henry County Courthouse is old as hell. And I ain't got a problem with old people. I don't, because I know I'm heading in that direction. But they old as hell. And then, you know what? I'll make it quick. I had total knee replacement surgery, right? Mm-hmm. So every time I go through anything metal, I'm signing off.
You like a terrorist.
Look, I took because it was cool, I took my hat off. I said, look at me. I'm going to buzz every day. Now, stop making me pull up my pants leg. What's that?
Wow.
Clips, I believe they was getting turned on, though. Because they made me do it every day. And then I met this one, finally, some young stuff. This young deputy. Whew, he helped me. And he and I talked because I have a sister who's a sheriff. Mm-hmm. And so he and I was talking about her and their jobs and everything. And so he remembered me. And then he remembered me from the radio. So he was sitting there one day when I had to walk through the metal. Yeah. And them old ass sheriffs were making me go through the same things. He said, that's the one with the knee. Wow. I was like, thank you. Youth. So I do understand about youthness sometimes.
Did you actually start wearing dresses?
So no.
No? You still wore jeans?
And then I noticed on one day they had everybody who had on boots, like if you had on sneakers or boots, they wouldn't let you take them off. But if you had on like a slide, then you had to take your shoes off, right? So I said, oh, hell no, let me wear me some boots. So I won't have to go through that no more. So the last 2 days I had boots on. Yeah. So I didn't have to pull them off. But anyway, that jury duty, give me something else to honor my civic duty.
Like what?
I don't damn know, but
you want to pick up some trash on the side of the road?
No, that ain't it for me. Nope, that ain't it for me either. But it's just, and I have served in DeKalb County, and DeKalb County Henry is so far back. Like DeKalb, you go the first day, they get you in there, and then you can call to see if you have to come back. That is right there. Nice building, but some old ass people in there doing some. I'm like, God. So you could call and see if you had to show up, you know. No, they wanted you back every day sitting in that room.
You at least pay for your lunch.
No.
You had to pay for it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tripping.
That's a raw deal.
And you know it's only $25.
So they didn't put that back in your check?
No. So anyway, but you know, I did my civic duty. Again, I want to shout out to Tangi. She held it down. Y'all started some mess over in here. I mean, But Tangent loves relationships, you
Uh-oh.
know, and the conversation that goes along with
I
them.
should have been here last week.
It was some good stuff. But we got you here because we're in the month of February. A couple of things that do go on in February. One being Black History Month. I do want to say that Rosa Parks will be recognized today.
Oh, yeah.
With a stamp. The unveiling is going to take place on her 100th. Would have been her 100th birthday, and there's a celebration that's going to be at historic Ebenezer today at 1:00. So if you all want to go check that out, that's at 1:00, and a lot of people that we've talked about in the past and these civil rights organizations will be there to pay homage to what she brought to the civil rights movement. And she gets the unveiling of her stamp today, Rosa Parks, on her 100th. Now, what was that? Betty and Coretta came on Lifetime this weekend.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't.
Oh,
see
I
it.
didn't see it, but
You
I
didn't
heard
see,
about that.
you
yeah.
didn't even see.
I
what,
didn't. I heard
but you
about,
don't hardly watch TV, though,
I
right?
don't. I really don't. TV is like not my friend.
Really?
It just imprints images in your mind, and your mind is important. And
Really?
It really
You
is.
let TV control you like that?
It's that's why it's called programming.
I don't let it control me like that.
It may not let it control you, but there's some subconscious things that go on in television that actually pull you in more so than if you tune it out and tune it off. There's so many things that you can get accomplished without it.
Yeah.
And
Now, when I have to clean up, do not turn
Yeah,
the
don't
TV.
turn
Oh,
TV
yeah,
on.
'cause you, man,
Yeah.
you be
Oh,
sit
hell
down
no.
somewhere.
And you gonna turn it to something that you like.
Yep.
You don't get nothing done.
And the next thing you know, it's like
It's
3 hours later.
3 hours later, and be like,
Yeah.
damn, what did I do? So I do get that part.
Yeah.
You know, and those scandal watchers,
Oh, you know, and I got some stuff to say about that.
the scandal watchers.
You know, I actually had a crush on Kerry Washington for years. I mean, lots and lots of years, and now she's big time famous. I can't really touch her no more.
But isn't that what that was her purpose?
I
mean, if you
well, yeah, I mean,
you get in
definitely-
something, if you
you
get in
gotta
something,
go hard.
you go hard
Right.
because you want success
I
from it.
missed my chance. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she's untouchable now. She's
Yeah.
untouchable. That
But
scandal thing is off the chain.
I heard it's the new soap opera. I did see the first season on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that I kind of, you know, I don't know if y'all talked about this at all or not, but I mean, the thing that I really hated to see was that the first time that a black woman gets the primetime spot,
Mm-hmm.
lead role, she's a side chick. Think about that now.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, now that's it. Look at Joe. Like, oh, that hurt.
It did.
But you know what? Look how true it is. The truth to that is that as beautiful as she is, as intelligent as she is, as accomplished as she is, she still doesn't have the primary role of being this powerful black woman.
But she does.
She does, but
She does in what she pursues and what her job role is. And if y'all want to chime in on this, please do. I want to say what's up to Miss Miss Matters. Where you been? Jackie one, love my life. It's I understand what you're saying about her things that she does with the president, but look at the person that she's representing and the power that she has.
But what message does that send to young girls?
That you got to sleep with the president?
No, it's not. not so much that you have to sleep with the president, but so much that, you know, what about you can be successful, you can be accomplished, you can be this independent woman, but what else is there to your life than having someone else's man? It's almost as if you're settling for a piece of a man than just a full man. And there's so many women out here that are settling for a piece of a man. And it's doing nothing but reiterating that point and that fact that, you know what? You can have all of the accomplishments. You can do everything that you possibly want in life and your career and your education, and yet you still don't have a man.
So everything in life, everything in the pursuit of happiness in life all boils down to relationship.
Oh, yeah. I agree, because I think that
and the position that you hold with it.
Yes, because a man shouldn't be without a woman, and a woman shouldn't be without a man.
Because from my viewership, I don't see that. I don't. It doesn't. I don't pay any attention to the mere fact that here's this
Really?
success. I don't.
Really?
I don't because
What do you see?
because it's not. It's not my life or lifestyle.
Right.
And
Right.
and so I just see some cutting up going on.
I know, and I'm not saying
And
it's
you know, I just see the drama behind
yeah,
it.
and don't get it's a
the-
television show.
Yeah, and
It's-
that's me,
it's-
and I know
it's
a lot of
entertainment.
things have an effect.
Yes.
Which is television has an
Yes,
effect.
but we're talking-
music has an effect.
And we're talking about a powerful message that's being sent to young girls. I'm not saying it's a brilliant show. The writing is brilliant. The writers behind the show are very brilliant. It's very entertaining. There's a lot of drama, a lot of things going. But when you're talking about the subliminal psychological messages that it's sending to a lot of our children, we got to talk about that.
Miss Manor says, and I'm going to read all three of her posts. She says, I'm tired of people judging people. Let her do her job. You can't compare her to me, nor am I expecting anyone to compare her to me or any other black woman. We respect our own. She's not influencing me. And that's my whole point.
Yeah.
This is what I see. I see the success of an actress. That's what I see. I'm like, she putting her foot in that as an actress, and the drama that she brings and the acting quality that she brings.
I love it. I love that.
I don't, and maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but I don't watch it to say, oh my God, look at what she's portraying.
No. See, there's people that's taking it too serious. That's not what I'm saying.
And that's my point.
I'm just saying the small subliminal message that's in that. I'm not saying that she's still my celebrity crush. Don't even she's doing her thing, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Kerry Washington. It's just that, you know, if we're gonna talk about serious issues within the black community,
right?
There's some messages that, I mean, I guess you can say the Real Housewives of Atlanta is just entertainment. Well, at the end of the day, those are still messages that are being sent out to the general public, and that's how people perceive. When I travel a lot. I travel a lot, and the first time, you know, when I'm in a city and somebody's, do you know the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And it's not some black person saying that, it's a white person. And it makes me kind of feel, that Nene is just so crazy. And those are the images, those are the only images and interactions that they have with black folks. And I'm not saying about every show that's on television. I'm talking about just certain ones that actually we got to look at some of the images and the identity that is formulated in some of our youth. That's all.
I totally understand when it comes to drama that is set out to be drama, and reality that is set out to be reality. And I make the differences in the two. I don't watch reality. I don't watch that kind of reality.
Yeah.
And because that kind of reality gets on my nerve. But when it's come to knowing that this is a writer who's sitting there coming up with drama to entertain, then that's just how I see it. And I see the success of her being an actress, being an African-American woman, and being able to hold down prime time.
I see that too.
That's all that I see.
I see that too. But at the same time, I got to see the flip side from the psychological, because that's what I do.
Exactly.
So for me, I talk to young girls all the time. I talk to young boys all the time. So some of those messages, they still see them. I mean, and it's not to say that she's not doing it. I love the show. I love, because you got Kerry Washington, that's the lead lady.
Right.
She's an African-American lady. You got,
and hadn't had a lead lady in drama for 35 years.
Forever. Yeah. I mean, and the woman who wrote the show, she's black.
Sandra.
Yeah.
She's had
like,
three of the top
shows that you
Grey's
never
Anatomy,
would know.
Private Practice, and now this.
Phenomenal accomplishments and jobs. I'm not saying anything to that. I'm just saying, you know, if you look at it from like the offbeat standpoint, it's not judging. It's just saying what it is. And it's not, you just got to be cognitive of some of the messages that are being portrayed in the media and the marketing and all of the campaigns that are out there today. And that's just some of the things that we deal with.
Do you think white people say the same thing about white women? Because it's a lot of them out there that are doing some of the same stuff.
It is, but you know what?
Do you hear them talking about it from that standpoint?
No, you don't, because they have so many different layers that they are represented. They have so many different avenues and so many different complexities. We only have 5 shows, maybe. You know, not this, and then all of the characters are probably like the exact same types of people if you look at some of the shows that we have. So I'm not, I didn't come on here to talk about all
But no, it's all about relationship.
You got me all up in here. You gonna have us sending all this hate mail.
But I understand. I was at
Daniel's hating on the scandal.
hello. But from what I
now.
understand, that the love of it sort of kind of had a blimp when she screwed the president on the Oval Office desk. So they went in on that. So
I didn't see that part.
That's this season.
It's a great show in terms of entertainment, in terms of drama, and all. Yeah, it's a great show.
All this right here, all this went.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Right, this
He got it in, and unfortunately, then that's what made everybody like, damn, that's too much right there.
Hey, I mean, it's drama.
But it's drama.
It's entertainment. It's a
entertainment.
Movie.
It's
like that's what we thrive on in America. We thrive on entertainment.
We strive on buffoonery, and we strive on foolishness.
Hey.
And I mean, and because people are screaming for popularity, it's like if you're not popular, unfortunately, you're nothing. And that's the that's the portrayal that I can't stand.
No,
it's like go where you're getting good information and someone that has your best interest at heart, not someone that's provoking fear to get you interested in them. That's what I hate.
Yeah.
Is that I'm sorry, I don't chase celebrities. They're human just like I am.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
somebody with a job.
Exactly.
Where people know them, where more people know them than know you.
Now, for a flash minute there, I must admit, for a flash minute last night, if I had Beyonce's "Let's Jesus Christ,"
you could have worked it.
What? In my next life, damn it.
My vote still goes for Kelly all day long.
Kelly Rowland, but I thought all of them were beautiful, and people were commenting about the Destiny's Child thing. I think that was a good look in that she reached back to where her beginnings were and brought these sisters back. Stop making negative into something that is very
people
positive.
Were negative about that.
Oh yeah, they made some comments about it. Now with this social network, you can get that instant.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And one of them was Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole mentioned something on Twitter about Michelle Williams.
What'd she say?
If I can find it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. We ain't gonna start nothing.
But it wasn't positive.
Okay.
And it's like, leave her alone. I mean, let her do this moment. Keisha and anyone else.
That's a big moment.
It was a big moment.
You got a lot of people watching the Super Bowl.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
Clips didn't. Herb didn't. Can I get me some men who watching the Super Bowl so we can talk?
Not in here.
So what is it? What was it then? Around the room, and believe me, this is my show.
Yeah.
Herb engineer.
Yeah.
But we got time. We can talk now. Don't understand. It ain't no.
Okay.
It ain't no none of this until
right.
it's time for Miss Sophia, and we gotta shut up.
Right.
So my thing is, what was it about the Super Bowl? Because I put on Facebook the Super Bowl party or no party moment, and believe me, it done filled up. And I'm gonna read some of them. But here I have 3 men who you automatically think football men, football. Women was just now really getting into it. We got into it because of the party. And then we get into it because them men look damn good in them uniforms. Shh. Watch one stand up with his ass towards me. Oh my God. That's why I started.
Yeah,
but
I can't co-sign with you.
I'm glad, or else we'll send you to Morehouse. But anyway, you'll be a student at Morehouse. That's what's happening now.
My God.
I can't comment on that.
I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. But them guys look so uniform. Ladies, help me out. But around the room.
I'll tell you what. For me, it was. You know, there were a lot of people. I called around and I was trying to see Super Bowl parties, and everybody kind of had the same demeanor. Everyone was kind of like, I don't really know if I'm doing anything this year. And then, I mean, I had other things to do. I was working. I had to pick someone up from the airport, and it just wasn't the hype. I wasn't really feeling it this year. I'm not sure. It just wasn't like Super Bowl.
Is it because the two teams in it don't really have fans?
And maybe that's
Like
that's
you
what it
got
was.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
San Francisco, that's their fan base.
Yeah.
Baltimore, that's the Ravens fan base. Really around the country, nobody else is really a San Francisco or Baltimore fan.
Yeah,
They were this weekend.
Yeah, of course they.
Super
Super
Bowl. I mean, but
they just jumped on the bandwagon.
for me, it was just kind of like, that's another football game. I mean, it didn't. The hype wasn't.
But
there.
don't you think a lot of big things in this time and era now is losing its zest like that?
I will say that. I mean,
It's a lot of big things like,
Yeah.
this is Grammys, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, but you know what? I think it's
whatever.
due to the saturation of just everything being instant. You know, you have an instant access to everything, and the fact that you can replay a lot of things. So you don't need to see things in real time anymore. I mean, like for instance, I know I didn't see the game, but guess what? I saw Beyonce's performance on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
and that's, I mean, you know,
Why you went for that? Because you just wasn't interested
because
in the game.
I don't think they ready for this jelly. And, and then you know, it was Beyonce. So I mean, I think I wanted to see what she came with, and I think it was a big moment for her to be headlining the Super Bowl, and that's like the most viewed show ever, right? So for her, I kind of wanted to see what she was going to do, how she was going to come with. And then I was looking at social media, and it was kind of, you know, Beyonce doing her thing.
Oh,
She's
yeah, it was
representing,
crazy.
So it was kind of blowing up. So I said, well, let me go check it out at least so I can see. And then I'm a big Beyonce, Jay-Z fan. I believe in
Because of the
what they did.
relationship?
Because of the relationship. I think the relationship is so
And he's
great.
with her. I mean,
Yeah.
soon as she came off that stage, she went and gave him some sugar. You know, I mean, like, baby,
See,
you killed that.
That's what I'm
you
talking
know.
about, and
You
that's
know.
that's love. That's
Yeah.
like that's a love that we need to.
So then, and
Reciprocate.
we're gonna talk about are you ready for love? That's what Jack Daniels is here amongst all this other conversation that we're having. So because they present and possess that, is that what the world and people are missing so much of, is love, to where
I think so.
we've just lost our passion and connection to a lot of things?
Yeah, you know, last year I toured the country and I did this whole "I Need a Wife, Where the Real Women" thing, and it was putting everyone together in all of these symposiums, and it was really a platform for men to discuss what's going on in relationships and why they're not connecting
is. You
to
go.
everyone anymore. See, I like that.
See, she came off that
that's
stage
love.
and went right in his hands.
Yeah.
Then when she did the performance, you know, at the inauguration, who was standing?
He's standing right there,
And my
clapping just like that. That's my girl.
She's singing that song,
And
that's my baby.
And she does the exact same thing with him. So when you're talking about support, you're talking about a couple that actually holds each other up on a pedestal. That's what we're missing. That's what we're missing in our relationships.
And if you go to my Facebook page and if you look in the photos under Holiday Affair, you will see Jay standing there watching me. And he embraced me and gave me some sugar right after the performance. So it's on all spectrums.
It's on
you know?
all spectrums.
It's on, and that's the part of them that I appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, I don't follow them to the letter because of what they do, but because of who they are and what they present when it
Right.
comes to support in the relationship.
That's a great example of what good looks like. And I think it's so many times that we don't have examples of what good looks like, especially.
Well, T.I. and Tiny ain't that good.
T.I. and Tiny are one example. But, you know, I think that there are a lot of rappers that I think could do a better job at portraying the fact that they are married. And if you think about all
They
of
don't
the...
want to lose their numbers.
I know, but when you think about all of the successful black men in entertainment or music and industry, a lot of them are married. So when you look at the coupling of what it takes to propel a man into not just the limelight, but into his realm of success, there's always a woman behind it. There's always a woman that he can go back to and support him and celebrate him. And I think that that's the big thing that a lot of guys are missing out on, is the fact that they're looking, and they're chasing and chasing and chasing for the one. But once they find the one, it's like, you know, everything starts to skyrocket.
Right.
I mean, the pluses for a man in terms of having a woman, a good woman, and a wife by his side are so much higher in terms of not having one. I mean, you're going to be healthier, you're going to be wealthier, you're going to live longer. All of these different things that a woman adds to your life. And I know so many guys, when I was doing the tour, talking to a lot of guys were thinking about what they were going to lose versus what they would actually gain from being married, from being in a committed relationship. And we got to get out of that mind frame. But the truth is a lot of guys want to be married. Guys don't say, I want to be married. They say, I want a woman that's going to hold me down. I want a woman that's there for me. I want to find that one.
Cesar Mason, who hit me up on Facebook because I put out, happy Monday morning, couple of questions. How was your Super Bowl party, no party experience? They answered that. And are you ready for love? And I put your thoughts, and then I promoted the fact that you were coming on.
Yeah.
And so Cesar Mason says, I'm ready for love, but not with just anybody. So until then.
And that's it. When you find the one that you know has all of the qualities that you love about a person, and that they add value to you, that's when you're gonna be ready for love. I think. Go ahead.
Colette Jackson says, "I'm ready for love, but men my age, and I don't know what her age is, but she doesn't look that old." She said, "But men my age are scorned and bitter and scared of love. What's a girl to do?"
Now that, Joyce, is a huge problem that we have today. Believe it or not. I mean, like I said, we went around the country talking to all of these guys about things that have been going on and why they haven't connected with a woman. There are a lot of guys that are scorned. There are a lot of guys that are hurt. There are a lot of guys that haven't let go of things of the past. And the way I describe men all the time is, men are like turtles. We're hard on the outside, soft on the inside, but willing to stick our necks out for what we believe in. The problem is that, you know, once they stuck their neck out for someone or something that they believed in, they got inside of those guts. And once they got inside of those guts, that soft part, that inner part, because we crave women on so many different capacities. Don't get it twisted. Everything a guy does is for women. Everything we do is for a woman. We wake up, we brush our teeth, we shave, we shower.
Yeah, hell yeah, because I seen you back in there. I seen you back. Jay, did you not use the Listerine?
I'm telling you, we pick out our outfits, the cars we drive, the jobs that we get, the clothes everything we do is for women.
So then why, out of all of this time, then that isn't understood and the difficulties are still there?
It's understood because it's gotten jumbled up in terms of the understanding. It turned into a contest. Men are great at games. We've been playing them since we were young, and we're just better at games than women are. Don't believe we are. You know, you race you to the car, or you know, race you to the flagpole, or whatever. We just been playing games all of our lives. Now, what happened in terms of those games is that the games started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it started turning into we're gonna have games with women. And it's the one-up contest, the notches in your belt, and it's another way to keep score. But before you can keep score, a lot of guys don't like the fact that they have to run from woman to woman to woman. If they can find that one that exuded everything that a woman had that they were looking for, they take her. But getting back to the part of being scorned. So when you're talking about a guy that's been hurt, and I think I was on your show last year, and we talked a little bit about guys letting go and being hurt. And I did this in order to prep for the book. I did these surveys and focus groups for all of these guys, and I was doing a focus group. I did a focus group of 30 guys, And we're sitting around in this room, and it's a huge room, and everybody's kind of being open, being free on their platform. And I asked the question. I said, how many of you have ever gotten a woman pregnant on purpose? 28 out of the 30 hands went up in the air. Now listen to this.
Because they wanted the connection.
It wasn't just the connection. Now, you know, as a therapist, I got really, really curious. So now I'm kind of like, well, wow. And then I had to think, and I had to be honest and transparent with myself. Have I ever done this? And my hand went up too, because I have. Now, here's some of the reasons. Some of the guys are carrying around so much stuff with them. So many questions about their manhood, so many questions about the ability to be able to understand who they are and where they are. And so I started going around the room and asking the question, well, why? Why did you try to get her pregnant on purpose? And the guy says, well, when I was younger, I never had a man present in my life. So I really wanted to prove to myself that I can actually be a man by having a child. Okay, that's natural. That's typical. That's what some people really want to do. So I keep going around the room. Another guy says, you know, my father was never there, and I just wanted to be a better man than I'd ever had experienced before, and I wanted to give someone something that I never had. Okay, typical, get it. Keep going around the room. Another guy says, you know, when I was younger, my mother told me that don't you ever bring anything as black as you into this house. And then he said, so the first woman I found, he had an interracial relationship. The first interracial relationship I had, I went out and I tried to get that woman pregnant so that I can only make my mother proud. So he brought a little baby home that didn't look like him. So it's this idea of self-hatred. It's this idea of not really knowing who you are to be able to project a better image of what you can become. So it's a lot of guys that are carrying around these hurts, carrying around these unresolved issues, and it's that unresolved issue that causes this level of fear to be able to commit to something that you never really experienced or you never seen before. And it's just that hurt that if you don't deal with that hurt, it's going to continuously get carried into relationship after relationship after relationship. And you're going to search for something or someone that's going to not just numb that pain, but take that pain away.
Well, one thing for those of you who are logged on and listening that Jack Daniels have set out to do is, get you ready for love. And you have this program called Mate Attraction.
Mate Attraction.
And Herb, I don't know if you were pulled up some Carmen Rogers or pulled up some music. I want to come back and talk about, what is Mate Attraction. And his title under that says How to Take the Guesswork Out of Love, because we're 10 days from Valentine's.
Watch out.
I get my candy all the time, Clips.
No, I gotta start figuring out what I'm gonna do.
Clips, I get my got some candy this morning. But a lot of people don't get that candy all the time. And 10 days from now, they might want some candy. The day the 4th, right? So we're 10 days from Valentine's. And there are some people out here who will say, I don't like Valentine's. But anyway, but the majority of the people really want to have some type of connection on that special day. They can give you all that BS if they want to, but it's BS. Ain't it BS?
It is. Women really want
it.
Yes.
What?
You do.
It's just straight
you expect
BS.
Yes.
So, we make an excuse for why we don't have it. We do. I's a woman. And I remember the excuses that I made. Until my candy came.
Your candy came.
And I try to eat as much candy as I can. That ain't what I meant. As you can tell, I do eat candy. Hey, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back with Jack Daniels. He's gonna talk about mate attraction, how to take the guesswork out of love. And coming up on March 16th, I do want to let you know that Passion and Poetry is set for March 16th. One of the artists that will be performing is this young lady here. Her name is Carmen Rogers. I love me some Carmen Rogers. She is a bad chick. This is It's Me. We'll be back with Mate Attraction and how you can take the guesswork out of love with Jack Daniels' help. Stay with us. That's Carmen Rogers. It's called It's You. She is one of my premier performers for Passion and Poetry. Just to give you a quick rundown, Malcolm Jamal Warner is coming. Ishi from Arrested Development, along with Omari Hardwick from Sparkle, is coming. Bo Ellis. Bo Ellis is Bo Ellis. He's gonna come. Higher Reality, a dynamic duo of poetry. And who knew that Mr. Jack Daniels is a poet? He can't share it with you. He just shared it with me. So I just told him, you got to share that on stage.
Watch out. Watch out. Well, I'm coming. I'm coming. This is my debut.
A lot of folk will when he do that piece. Clemson, I mess you up again. Where, Joyce? It's at Center Stage. It's March 16th. I normally do it around Valentine's, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. The theme is called Spring into Love.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm in love. I mean, I love my husband. I love the relationship that we have. Yeah, we have our moments just like any other couple. He go upstairs, I go down, we go separate. But anyway, 97.5% of the time we are definitely in love.
I love
it. 19 years of marriage, he's been so supportive of me. And so it was a lot going on when I normally do it during Valentine's. And I'm like, everybody is expecting something about love during that time. Well, what happens after Valentine's? You should still be in love. You should still express this love. The day after that, and the day after that. So that's why we looked at doing it in the spring.
I love it. Spring
into love. When it warms up, take them clothes off.
That's when it happens right there. Yeah, that's my favorite time of the year.
Really, spring.
It's only because y'all put on them dresses. What you call them? The sundresses. The sundresses. Oh my, yeah. It's like wintertime. You've been wearing the boots, the boots and the jeans and the turtlenecks, and then spring comes and the sundresses come out. Sundresses and heels. It's just like,
do something to you.
Oh, I mean,
it does something to you. So, if you are trying to attract a mate within the next 10 days, then this is the show that you need to be listening to. And if you want to attract a mate after those 10 days, so you can walk into Passion and Poetry with a date or with a mate, then this is the show to be listening to. Because when you go now, the show is for everybody. And I don't suggest you stay at home because you don't have a mate. But I'm telling you, the content of the show will make you wish and hope that you did.
Yeah.
Oh, it's.
I love love.
Yeah.
So anytime you're talking about love, I love it.
It's this content. It's there.
It's necessary. We need that. Thank you for that.
So you says how to take the guesswork out of love. Why did you choose to put? And it's a program. It's and it's free. A 3-part video challenge designed to help you stop chasing and start attracting the love you deserve.
Absolutely.
And so that was the reason why I wanted him here, because I am a component. I am a person who hate, the fact that everybody want to come up with all of these crazy reasons why you're not in a relationship and not really talk about the reasons and the means and ways of getting in them.
Yeah.
And so when I saw it, I'm like, get Jack, get Jack, get Jack. So, why?
Yeah, the why is because I believe in love. And I believe in everyone should have a mate. So if you go to mateattraction.com, you can find out all of the information about the 3-part video series and the challenge that is actually going on. So the challenge itself says that I believe that it's your job, your duty, your responsibility to be connected to someone. And there's so many people that have said, I'm tired of being single.
Yeah, because you said here, can you believe 50% of the U.S. are singles? Singles haven't been on a date in 2 years or more. And I can. Over the last 6 months, my office have been flooded with calls asking for my help with love and relationships.
Yeah, and it's primarily women. And believe it or not, there's a sprinkle of men that have done it too. Now, I've counseled and coached, I don't know, hundreds of. I started off doing men. And I just kind of want to like let everyone know that. I started off coaching and counseling guys. And we used to, I had this program that I started. It was, they actually said it was the first African-American divorce and relationship recovery program in the country. And what it was is it was a circle and a group of men that, you know, were experiencing whatever in their relationships. They had just had a divorce. And we would sit around and talk about what's going on. So for me, I was able to go across the country talking to men that really got into the issues that they were having with women or their relationships. So it gave me an opportunity. It's like, I don't know women. I don't claim to know everything about women, and I know what you feel, and I don't know, but I know guys. And I'm trying to communicate some of the things that I've learned and compiled about guys that are going to help women understand how, because women should never chase.
So this, what's the difference in what you say and what Steve Harvey says?
I don't knock anyone that's trying to help. And that's the thing. I don't compete. I collaborate. So with him, I think that
because he's talking a lot from experience and just being a man.
Yeah, but
and then yours is
mine is more so. I'm talking from being a man, but I'm also talking from hundreds of other men.
Right.
So I'm talking about the collective experience, the collective conscious of guys, and I'm not coming at it saying this is what I want. This is what I did. And you see a lot of these people that have been talking about subjects about relationships and love, and they go, you know, this is what I experienced. This is how it worked for me. You know what? That's great. But just because it worked for you doesn't mean it's going to work for me.
And that's
but what I
point.
like to talk about is the science of relationships. And it's not rocket science.
So then when you get, and I'm gonna run them down, the Steve Harveys, the Michael Basins, and those types of people who have gained. Well, Steve did his thing much longer from a comedic standpoint.
Oh, absolutely,
and TV standpoint, and then he went into this. But Michael Basin brought his claim to fame through, you know, pushing out the fear of what men do in relationship based on.
Yeah.
So do you think this kind of information have hurt or helped? It has helped them because it gained them popularity. Well,
I think it's a balance. I think some of that, you have to meet people where they are, and everyone's not ready to receive some of the deep content that I have, or to really truly work on what it is that's going wrong. A lot of people like entertainment in this country. So for us, sometimes we just need to hear it in an entertaining and fun-filled way, and we're afraid of education. You know, the thing about black people, since we're talking about, you know, some of the people that are at the forefront of black media, we are, like, I think this year we're going to be $1.4 trillion in terms of total revenues earned, but we spend the most of our money on entertainment. So it's like if we were a country, we'd be the 10th richest country in the world if we took that revenue and added it up. But we really love to be entertained, and entertainment is nothing more than just us saying, I have an issue, I have a problem, and I'm just going to numb myself
for a minute
from dealing with it. I just want to get away. But with me, I kind of want people to understand that instead of getting away, I want you to confront what it is that's going on with you, and being able to understand that you can do whatever you really want to do if you put your mind to it and put the work in it. And then you have not just entertainment, but you also have the faith-based community that loves to emotionalize things to a euphoric high in activity.
Come on now, come on.
When you're talking about people who get you there and take you all the way up to that plateau, and then don't provide a practical plan as to how to
Because
action.
because I honestly feel a lot of it is for selfish gain. It's because I'm trying to get myself
It could
to
be.
a certain place, and now that I've got myself doing this thing
Yeah.
at a certain place, then clips you on your own.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's that way with everyone, because there are some people that are truly inspired and anointed to help in
Right.
terms of, and that's why I say I don't really compete. I mean, because there's no competition in helping people. I'm a servant, and what I do, I serve the people. So there is no competition. Period. If you want to help, and your job is to help, come on, we can collaborate and we can help together.
I mean,
But-
and that's why we're here. Is to
Yeah,
provide a
yeah.
platform and a voice. You says this challenge is for you. If you've ever caught yourself saying, and I'm gonna run them down, and you
Uh-oh.
can just briefly say why you've put this into
Yeah.
the thought. I don't want to be hurt again.
Yeah.
Why we use those?
Being hurt is extremely hard for a lot of people, and it's that shell that we talked about that a lot of people put up because they've got into the insides, and all of a sudden they don't want to be gutted again. They don't want to feel that pain again. And pain, the idea of pain can do some wonderful things in your life. It can either propel you towards purpose, or it can keep you stuck. My practice and my therapy, I specialize in helping people get unstuck. That's what people come to me for. They just, I mean, whether
stuck.
whether it's your relationships, your finances, your health, your career,
Right.
whatever the case, you're stuck when you're trying to go through a transition to move forward. And that's kind of what I help people do. And being hurt is one of those things that a lot of people are just afraid to be hurt again, because it's just the most unbearable thing that they've ever gone through, or the toughest thing that they've ever gone through, and they don't want to experience it again.
Well, I'm too old for love. If someone is saying that,
It's a lot of, I mean, you look at the stats. The stats about women, black women being married over 40 is very low. I mean, it's almost impossible.
I was at a Super Bowl party last night, and as soon as I walked in the door, she said, I know you here for the Super Bowl party, but I don't know if I ever get this chance again.
Wow.
You know, when they set it up like that, you're like, okay, you got my attention. And anyway, and since you said that, she knew of a person very close who had written a book about finding love after 40.
Yeah.
And she was like, can we please get on your show? Please. And I'm like,
You know what? It's I think the fear tactic of talking about people that can't get love after 40. It's not that it's hard. It's not that it's hard. Nothing is hard. And a good friend always reiterates that to me, that nothing is hard. It's simply about the positioning of how you do it. And with mate attraction is all about the idea of attracting love that you deserve to you, and being in a position that allows that opportunity to actually happen. Because women should never be chasing. They should always be attracting. Always be attracting.
but
Always be
then the
attracting.
attraction should first start inside. So if you don't
Yes.
feel that you are attractive, and I'm not saying in the physical sense, but just attractive, period. I know people have gravitated to me just based on my personality and the comfort level in which I
And
present.
that's the magnetism. That magnetism is something that a lot of people haven't figured out how to open up yet. It's because there's so many things that are bottled up. It's like, have you ever seen
Especially Christian women, but anyway.
yeah, well, come on, Lord,
That's another show.
help her.
That's another
Help her.
show. He's like, okay, you Christian,
Oh,
you
Joyce,
ain't gotta be tied.
Joyce,
But
Joyce.
anyway, just, oh my. But anyway, that's another show.
Oh, you killing me over here.
Huh? They do. I mean, because they put it all in. Well, that's another show, and I want you to come back for that.
Yeah,
And we'll have somebody
yeah.
else here for that too. But
No, I mean, I think, but you're absolutely right. People that have things bottled up inside and don't have the ability to be able to push them out, and, or at least open the lid of the jar up so that people can smell the aroma of who you really are. So there's one thing that I do like that you pointed out. There's a difference between attraction and attractiveness. And I think a lot of women have that misconstrued in terms of they're dressing up trying to attract things, but you're attracting the wrong things. And
Hello.
women say, well, women will say, well, I mean, that's what men like. Men, I get more attention when men, you know, when I'm dressed up and I got heels on. But guess what? We're going to give you the attention, but we don't want to be with you in that sense. We want to have sex with you, but we don't want to marry you.
I mean, yesterday, great Super Bowl party. It was a great party. But the women who were coming in, makeup was thicker than what's his name, the brown guy from TV, the commentator. Did you see his makeup? What was his name? James Brown. Did you see his makeup? Oh my God! I'm like, pull the camera off of him. Pull the camera. Let his voice just talk. But anyway, I mean, and I'm like, it's just a Super Bowl game. You know, relax. We gonna jump. We gonna drink. We gonna holler. We gonna scream. What?
Attention. You people think the more flashier you are, the more attention you get, which is a common misconception with the black community. But with women, it's just become this contest of I have to be able to compete on a higher level, because if I don't get noticed. I don't get the attention that I could get if I just came in jeans and sneakers.
Look, I wore my Passion and Poetry sweatshirt today.
Yeah.
I mean, for a purpose to promote passion and poetry, but I know that if I have to go, like on the 16th of this month, I have to MC a gala, which means that's some sequins in the heel.
There you go.
You know, so when I know I can do that.
Yes.
I know I can step it up at the right time and for the right occasion. But we step it all over each other at this football party.
Yeah, and that's,
I mean, just
and that's the thing that I try. Like, women come to me. I have this program in my practice is called Fix My Relationship, and it's really a lot of people that have come trying to figure out what they're doing wrong and how they can better attract. And believe it or not, men are attracted to you when you're dressed down.
That true, y'all?
True for me.
Herb, that's true for you?
We're more attracted to you when I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not making this up.
Because you're gonna give them a whole thing.
You give me
when it's time to dress.
This is what I'm working with. This is like ground zero. Yeah, this is ground zero. I mean, if you look this good at ground zero, I know if you dressed it up a little bit, you're gonna look a lot better. I've sent women to a lot of different places to be able to learn how to attract men in terms of, and not just men, but attract the love that they're actually searching for. Because I'm not looking for people that just want to attract men. I'm looking for people that want to attract mates. So in terms of like dressing down, going to the grocery store with your ponytail and your school teacher glasses, your sweatpants and your sneakers, and pushing the grocery cart. I see, here's a clip like,
Well, I love jeans and t-shirts.
like, look at it, I love it.
Yes, man.
You see what I'm saying? Just
because from a man's standpoint, you can still see everything that's going on, what you need to see, if that's what what you're attracted to.
And that's the misconception. That's what they go to Home Depot.
They dressing for other women.
They dress for other women. They're dressing for other women, but they also think that they gotta really compete on a daily basis.
And you don't have to.
And you don't have to.
And with mate attraction, I'm trying to teach people some of the simple and proven techniques that you can do to attract the love that you actually deserve. And it's not about the external. It's not all about that. It's really a lot about the internal elements that you have and that you exude in a lot of the senses of who you are. See, I mean, it's just like any company. A relationship is like any company, any product that you ever have. There are 3 questions that you always have to ask yourself. Who are you? What do you have? And why should I care? That's it. Any company is going to be, who are you? What do you have? Why should I care? And it's just same thing in terms of being able to present yourself in a fashion that says, this is who I am, and this is what makes me who I am, and this is why you should care what I have and what I exude. And if you really don't have those elements in check, to really have clarity, to have courage, to have your core competencies, to have the understanding of your choices, your challenges and chances to be able to do good, do bad, do nothing at all, you'll forever be that fugitive forging falsified illusions of faithfulness in every respect of your relationships and or your life.
Dang, you said that quickly, but it hit. A couple of you have a few others that I just want to toss out there, and you can delve into whichever one.
Okay.
All the good ones are already taken, so what's the point? Will I ever meet the one? Here's one. It happens for everyone else. Why hasn't love happened for me yet?
Yeah.
And has God forgotten?
Why you put the extra D
about
on that? Why you
me?
put the extra D on that? She put the extra D. She has God.
Because I gotta wait for God to send me Miss Right.
She put the extra D on it. God.
God don't send him to me.
Yeah, and that's some of those are the common misconceptions of people. I mean, it's like, am I too old? Am I, has God forgotten about me? I mean, is the one already taken? Because we go out and we compare ourselves to so many different people. We compare ourselves. We go to the park or to a concert and we see someone coupled up and we go, why can't that be me? Why can't he? But you don't know what she's
feeling
going
that way
through.
last night about Beyonce. I got to confess.
Check them legs, huh?
What? I was like, Jesus.
But you know what? You are just as happy as Beyonce with your husband.
Yeah.
She got her man.
And was happier clips.
Right. Because you got your candy, right?
I got my candy.
Man, you trying to kill me.
But that's the thing. We always we kind of covet what everyone else has instead of enjoying what we
where
already
you
have.
are.
And enjoying where you are. Be happy.
Be happy.
I did a couple seminar last year, and it was a couple in the audience that been married 32 years. And I asked the question. I said, "Listen, if you don't mind, could you just share what it is that's the secret to your success?" You know what they said? They said, "We laugh a lot." And I said, wow. It's just so many people that are taking themselves so seriously. And they're forgetting
keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple and just enjoy life. And you know what they were doing when they said it? They were laughing.
Yeah.
They were like, we laugh a lot.
Keep
we laugh
it simple
all day.
and keep some hamburger helper and ground beef in the house.
Wow. What flavor?
Come on, tuna fish, because
Yeah.
Jay make the best hamburger helper and tuna fish. What?
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. See, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what people want. With Mate Attraction, that's what people want, Joyce. They want the fact that they can share and have a companion.
But the sad part about it, though, Jack, is people won't. Well, they might consider me because of what I did and what I do in the radio and the industry. But the sad part about it is, if you don't carry this name and all of this stuff, then you are the one that people are going to want to come and express the success in your relationship.
Right.
And that's the sad part about it. When I was working at V, and even now, when I do get a chance to go out and have some conversation, that's the question that I am asked, because I'm 19 years in marriage in the relationship and 25 with the same person. And they were like, well, how do you do it? First of all, you got to respect that person.
Yes.
And one thing that I love and appreciate is the fact that I am married.
Love it.
I love the fact that I am
you know
married.
You know what's unfortunate? It's unfortunate that we don't have more people like you. And here's what I mean by that. I mean, when you take a circle of men that, let's say, the Super Bowl party, right? You take a circle of men and you go to a Super Bowl party that has some single guys, some married guys. Now, what happens in that dynamic is you get a lot of the married guys that'll say, oh man, nah, you don't want to be married, man. This, it's hard work, man. You know, and you got all the single guys that are saying, man, I wake up, I eat cornflakes in my boxers. I ain't changed my sheets and I don't know how long. I still got my favorite chair. I do whatever I want. So you got like this dichotomy of things that aren't really expressing what marriage really is. If you had that, if you took that guy and you put him in a circle of just him and his wife, and he was really being honest, he wouldn't leave that woman to save his life, because he knows that secret. He knows that this woman is the secret to his success. And we need more guys talking about that.
To stand up to it.
stand up and say, hey man, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. If you get a chance or an opportunity and find a woman, marry her, because I promise you, you won't be out there searching all night. Listen, I stopped being a player for two reasons. I was too tired and I was too broke. One of the two. 2 times or 2. Either I'm going and I'm trying to keep up with this one and that one. And
it's a lot more energy than people would want to give credit for.
It's hard, man.
It's a lot of energy. And you got to remember stuff. And
yes.
That's a whole other job.
Yes. And then you got to spend all this money. Because she's like, well, we ain't went out in 2 weeks. What you mean? I was just out like 2 days ago, but I wasn't with you. Okay, but I gotta satisfy her. I gotta satisfy her. I gotta satisfy. No, I'm too tired. No.
Well, let a holiday come around.
Oh, you hiding? Hey, I know brothers who fall off the face of the planet from November to February 15th.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
I do too.
They fall off. They
fall
don't
off.
can't find them.
Can't find them.
No, they.
Oh, you know somebody will fall off.
Yeah.
No, they fall off.
Yeah, they fall. I mean,
they withdraw.
It just because it's so much pressure. I need to come to your family's house for Thanksgiving dinner. I need to buy you Christmas presents. I need to spend Valentine's Day and money with all on. That's a lot of pressure, money, and time.
So I just get it to go away.
I come back when the sundresses come out.
This is a free 3-part video challenge designed to help you stop chasing and start attracting the love you deserve. For folks who want to find out more about the Mate Attraction, how can they do so?
Simply go to mateattraction.com and log on. It's absolutely free. It's totally free. Just log on, put your name, your email address, and all of the information is going to come to you. The videos will come right into your email box, and you'll be able to see all of this information that we're talking about and learn some of the secrets to actually attracting the love that you need, attracting the love that you've been desiring. It's not rocket science. And I want to talk about the science of attraction. I want to talk about some of the things that we're innately trained and ingrained to do. So in terms of our senses, the sense of smell, the sense of sight, the sense of...
And so that means you got to come back.
Yeah.
You got to come back and break this thing on down even further. And by the way, Jack Daniels has a poem that he will debut at Passion and Poetry on March 16th. So you got to be there for it. I want to shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Want to shout out to Ishi, formerly of Arrested Development, as well as Omari Hardwick, who will be performing. Carmen Rogers, you just got to tease in a taste of her, because we just going to tease you with it. You got to come and actually see the actual event. And it's going down March 16th. Tickets will go on sale on Wednesday, right, Janelle? They go on sale on Wednesday, so grab your tickets. This show have sold out for the past 15 years.
Wow.
15 years. We're starting with the 8 o'clock show. We will add a midnight show if you all come out, which you have. So it'll probably be an 8 and midnight show. 8 o'clock is a great show. Midnight is shown up for the grown folks. We take it to a whole nother level at midnight. But
love it.
Definitely be ready on Wednesday to grab those tickets. Go out to mateattraction.com and find out how to take the guesswork out of love.